Yo, what is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 52 of our Tracksuit to the Top series here with Lewes FC in the Sky Bet Championship. Hopefully you guys are good. Today I have for you guys a live com in the FA Cup fourth round against Everton. Hopefully we can get a win today. That would be a big result. You know, Everton Premier League opposition, they're not going to make it easy. But before that, we've got to recap last episode. And if you missed last episode, you need to go check it out. It was a crazy game and a great result. Spoilers. Anyway, since then, I have played a decent chunk of games. As you can see here, we have played 9 games, 8 in the league, 1 in the cup. First game after the Middlesbrough game was actually a defeat. We lost 2-1 away against Sunderland. Iheanacho with the goal, but it wasn't enough. We then bounced back with a 4-2 win against Burnley. A good result. Iheanacho grabbing himself a hat-trick, and he has hit some scintillating form recently. And then we played Crystal Palace, where again he got on the score sheet. Also help from Tariq from the penalty spot. Matthew Lewis, who scored, you know, retaining and maintaining his good scoring form. And also Cameron Stewart getting on the score sheet. You know, good to see a variety of players, I guess, getting their names down on the score sheet. Anyway, from this we then played Burnley for the second time in 3 games. This time we could not repeat our 4-2 win, and we drew 2-2. Alex Samuel getting injured, that was a big one for us. He's out with a fractured wrist, and he's been out for a fair few weeks, which has been a shame. But as you can see, we did manage to get a point. We did come from behind, having been 2-0 down at half-time to win, so that was a great result. The next game was another draw. It was a draw against West Brom. You can see here, a little bit unfortunate, Wayne Rooney grabbing the goal for them. Looking at the stats, we probably had the better of the play, but in the end, we just didn't take any of the chances that came our way. And as you can see, Wayne Rooney getting the Man of the Match award. An old Wayne Rooney at that. 34, his physicals have declined, but he's done okay for West Brom, I guess, and he got a goal there which made the difference. Since then, and after that result, we got another win. This time this was in the FA Cup, 4-3. Not as convincing as I'd like. Matthew Lewis with the 90th minute winner, but probably a deserved win against Ipswich, who are also in our division. And to round up this run of results, we had 3 games. As you can see, Iheanacho getting a hat-trick against Swindon as we won 4-2 there. We then lost 5-2 against Cardiff, who we obviously drew with 5-5 earlier in the year in quite a memorable game. And I do kind of feel like we were robbed a little bit here, as odd as that might seem given the scoreline, because it was a closer game than 5-2 suggests. And then in the last result we played, we absolutely spanked Birmingham, as you can see here, 5-1 in a game that perhaps we didn't deserve to win by as many as we did. But a good result nevertheless. So, today we have the game against Everton. It's going to be quite a big game. Just to show you guys the league table so you know the kind of situation we're in. There is 18 games remaining of the season. We are top of the league. Wolverhampton have really stepped things up lately, and they find themselves in second place with an oddly bad goal difference considering how high up they are. But they're right behind us, 2 points behind. Blackburn are then in third on 51 points. Middlesbrough have tailed off since we beat them. They're now on 48. And you can see Charlton occupying kind of the spot outside the playoffs are currently 13 points behind us. We have a little bit of a cushion to the playoff spots. But anyway, we're not going to focus on the league so much today, although I just want to draw your attention to the fact that Iheanacho has got 27 goals in 28 games in the league, and the next highest scorer has got 17. He's just been ridiculous this year. He's been the difference maker. I don't want to say this prematurely, but he might be the best signing I've ever made in FM. And I don't mean that from a perspective of he's playing very well. I mean in terms of value for money, how much money he's actually on as a wage. How big a guest coup he is for the club in terms of he is a very good player who I'm really surprised was willing to step down to the Championship, and he's just putting in performance after performance. Looking at a few other performers, you can see here Matthew Lewis on 16 goals in second spot. Rolando Aarons has had a really good season, 13 goals so far in all competitions, as you can see in the league, 7 goals and 13 assists. It's already looking like he's going to have a better season than last year, which was a great season for him, so that's pretty pleasing. Obviously, I guess the extra quality in the final third, it allows him to get more assists just because we're a little bit more clinical. But all in all, really good performances, and you can see in the last 5, Aarons has been a big performer. Cameron Stewart as well on the right hand side has become a bit more commonplace in the first team. You can see, especially recently, he's put in some really good performances when I've given him the chance, and he's doing really well. He is wanting to leave the club, obviously. That was something he wanted during the summer transfer window. I'd love to be able to keep hold of him, so watch this space. But anyway, let's get into today's game against Everton. It's a big game for us. If we could get a win here, that would be fantastic. Looking at the side, there are a few injuries. Sonogo's still injured. Obviously, I mentioned Samuel with the fractured wrist. Borthwick-Jackson is suspended because he was a naughty boy in our last game. But other than that, we've got a pretty strong team across the board. So I'm hoping we can get a good result here. Obviously, with Stewart performing well, Denor has been dropped to the bench. And you can see a few other players there who, to be honest, haven't had as much first-team football as I'd like. Generally speaking, I like to rotate my team quite a bit. But given how well the team's been playing of late, it's kind of difficult not to kind of rotate the squad too heavily. Even Niall Keown, to an extent, probably deserves to start ahead of Garcia off recent form. So yeah, our team for today looks pretty standard, so let's get that locked in and loaded as we are going to be taking on Everton. And you can see here they're expected to at least reach the 5th round, so there's a bit of pressure on them. Everton, apparently the favourites, the missing, or rather the absence of Borthwick-Jackson, Sonogo and Borthwick-Jackson. I've just said Borthwick-Jackson twice, haven't I? Basically, we're missing a lot of players, and apparently that could count against us. Looking at their team, they've got Bonazzoli up front, they've got Belhanda, they've got some pretty nice players there, and then a decent back four. I've never seen this guy before. Is he a regen? He's not. He's the only player in their back four and their defensive mid I've not heard of. You know, Baines, Cahill, Lascelles, James McCarthy. That's a good midfield and defence, and we're going to have to perform very well to, I guess, get anything from today's game. But we are at home. We've got a few shocks in our time against Premier League opposition. You know, we beat Leicester last year. Obviously, this year we did lose in the Capital One Cup to Spurs, which was a little bit disappointing. But maybe today is the day where, you know, we might be able to take that next step. And if we could get to the 5th round of the FA Cup, that would be a very good achievement. And who knows how far we could go, but we've got to focus on the now and present. Imagine if we won the FA Cup. That would be crazy. Go on, Stewart. Whips it in. Nacho scores. 1 minute in, we are off to a flyer. A great assist by Stewart. A player who I did big up a little bit and kind of say was perhaps one of our players who stepped things up lately, and he really has there. 1 minute in. If anything, we've just peaked too soon, you know, but that's a good finish. I'll take the goal, certainly, and the home fans are going wild. Will be interesting to see what kind of revenue we get in Gates receipts, obviously, from this game for getting to this stage, but we need to stay switched on now because it's 3 minutes in, and that is a great tackle, although still on the attack, we dispossessed them. James McCarthy going to be holding the fort there for them. You can see they're playing very attacking out wide with their wing backs. And I think I actually want us to try and hit them on the counter, having seen that. Obviously, they're going to come at us pretty hard. So we're going to go more direct and just sit on the counter attack a little bit more. Just because I anticipate this kind of 2 centre-backs with 1 midfielder in front might be possible to hit on the break, particularly with our wide midfielder set to attack. So we'll have to see how they get on, but we are going to have to defend set pieces, and Kouakou drops it. Can we clear it? We can. Tariq with the vital interception, but that was a chance there for Everton, and we will deal with the second ball. Fantastic stuff. So we're coming up to 10-minute mark and there's another chance. Blimey, what a flyer this has got off to, although Kouakou collects it. He is loving it. Now we need to look to hit them on the break. You know, they're going to be a little bit short, I think, if we can get the ball up to our front men quick. And if their full-backs are caught venturing forward, that is something we can perhaps look to exploit, as we are pushing them really far back here. And that is great pressure by Matthew Lewis. Unfortunately, it's not going to amount to anything. And they're on the attack now. Their full-backs really pushing up high. And Bonazzoli. Bonazzoli's a fantastic player in FM. One of my favourite players. I believe at the start of the game you can get him for an undisclosed fee. But, you know, like offer him a contract because he's a youngster. And it's like £2 million compensation. Very good signing. Strongly recommend it. I think he's at Inter at the start of the game. But let's not talk about the best young players yet. This is a serious commentary, and right now we're only in the 13th minute. It feels like it's been forever, but they have finally scored. Everton, they've had 3 clear-cut chances already. You couldn't complain about lack of action in this game, but it's a little bit disappointing, that defending. The fact we've let Bonazzoli get in the ball quite easily there. It's a good run by their striker, but, you know, disappointing defending perhaps. Need to show Bonazzoli out wide onto the left-hand side and not let him get in a ball quite so easily. Our defenders didn't do the best job of picking up their men, and now they really need to pick up their men as a free kick gets whipped in and just no one follows Jamal Lascelles, who is a very good player in FM. Good young English centre-back. Why would you be going to the Bergevin during this game? That's what I want to know. And I think the people in blue might meant to be Everton fans, in which case, well, I don't know actually, they could just be Stewards. Do Stewards wear blue? They don't. Who knows? But why would you go to the burger van outside the stadium during the game? I need to know. Anyway, let's get into our heads into the game. Stewart's here. Lewis? Matthew Lewis, that was a chance. We've had 2 clear-cut chances and we've only had 2 shots, and we have to take them when they come our way. Particularly when we're playing on counter, which I'm actually going to go off, but I'm going to stick with the long ball system so that if we do get the ball deep, we can perhaps look to hit them on the break with more direct passing. But yeah, we're gonna commit a few men forward. We're going to risk it. After we scored in the first minute, I perhaps changed a little bit too soon. So we're going to revert back our changes. And look at this. We've got some nice build-up play down the wing. Stewart, can you put in a ball? You can't. Baines has intercepted you. And now they are on the attack. They've got so many men free if he gets the ball into the box. And Bonazzoli does pick out the pass. He makes it. Oh, okay, it's offside. Panic over. Panic over. It's only 2-1. We're still in it. We're still in it, although the longer this game goes on, the more I'm hoping for a smash and grab, it seems. But we'll see how we get on. It looks like they're kind of winning the battle of the midfield. They've just got more men than us. And I'm thinking about making a change or two. I've got a few ideas in my mind, which we might try and make, depending on how this pans out. But I'm thinking of ways to counteract their shape that they're playing and try and really hit them on the break where it's going to hurt. And I'm thinking we go narrow and play 3 strikers at half-time and put 3 strikers on their 2 centre-backs and see what can be done. As Matthew Lewis is offside again. We've got to change something here, and I'd much rather go on the attack and see what we can do. Because right now, you're looking at it, Everton are coasting this game. We're not creating enough. We need to try and put some pressure on their centre-backs. Show me something else. Show me something else. We are going to do something else as well. So, as I mentioned, we're going to try and hit them on the break. And the way we're going to do that is by switching to a more attacking system. Something like this. And we're going to see what damage we can do. I might even bring... You know what? We're going to bring on Jerome Sinclair. Why not? We're going with the triple threat in the final third. And we'll also take off Stewart, I think. And bring on... We'll go with Lukunku, I think. We will go with him. I'm going to play him on defend, which isn't ideal, but I think that's how we're going to play. We're going to look to hit them on the break and fast. And this is a complete change in plan to how we normally play. So we'll see how we get on. And we're going to go route 1. Stick to positions, drop deeper, and hit them on the break as fast as we can with 3 strikers. We've got an incredible strike force. Unfortunately, if they score from a set piece, which they have done, any changes like that really don't make a difference. And Everton will make it 3-1. We're not out of this yet, though. You know, we've got to stay switched on. There's only 2 goals in it, but it's not the start to the second half we wanted. Keeper just slow responding to the free kick. Right, boys. Right. We've got to just play our system and hope it works. Obviously, we're playing quite ambitiously at this moment in time, but we're going to just try and outnumber their centre-backs and hope that we don't get punished too much in midfield. Because they're only playing with the full-backs wide, I'm hoping my full-backs can kind of counteract that, but that's just not working, as you can see. As they score again. They score again. Why do I live-com the big games? I do these games in the hope there might be an upset, and we just lose against Premier League teams. Hopefully that won't become a common theme, of course, if we were to get promoted next year. Well, this year, this is the kind of game we're going to be playing next year, and we need to be more competitive than we are here. We're going to need an incredible comeback, aren't we? I mean, let's get real here. But I don't see it happening. Tariq's having an awful game. Let's change this. We've got 1 sub left. We're going to make it count. Let's bring on Denor, I think. And we're going to play him as a trequartista. And then we're going to drop Thompson deeper. Look at this. This is the weirdest formation you've ever seen. It's probably not going to work. But we're going to try it anyway. Because why not? And we'll... Oh, look at this. Look at this, boys. This looks menacing in the final third. We're basically playing a 4-2-4, but with a narrow front four, and we're just going route one and hoping we can hit them on the break. It's got to be done. Ballsy times. Call for ballsy measures. Can we do something here? The ball's through to Iheanacho. He's through. Bury that. Oh, he's missed two there. He's missed two. Two clear-cut chances. The rebound was an opportunity, but the keeper did recover very well. Can we get anything from the corner? Of course we can't. Although the ball's still alive. Work the space, boys. Work it. Sinclair. Options out wide. We need a killer ball from somewhere. Keown. False hope highlight. Looking at it, since we made the tactical change, we've had a load of shots. We're loving it now. I should have gone more attacking sooner. And really thrown men forward. Can we get anything here? Sinclair, Denor, Iheanacho, Lewis, get the ball out the back of the net. Don't run to the fans. There's still 15 minutes left. The comeback is real. The comeback is real. But not if you go and run to the fans, you know. We need to maintain momentum. Go and grab the ball and pull it out the back of the net. Right. Can we do the impossible? Can we do it? We should probably go attacking at this point. Right, overload. It doesn't make any difference. It's all a conspiracy theory overload, and nothing's happening anyway. But looking at it, that's going to be the game. 4-2, an unfortunate defeat, but we were playing against Premier League opposition. I believe Everton finished 4th 2 years ago. They had a bad year last year, but they're a very well-established Premier League team. You can see they finished 13th last year. At the moment this year, they're in 9th, so they are a top half Premier League team. So to lose 4-2 isn't kind of inexcusable, but it's just a little bit disappointing because it would have been good to get the win. But nevertheless, I guess this gives us now a chance to focus on the league, where things, I guess, finally, I'm reading what the headline is, really do matter. They really do matter in the league. So I don't know when I'm going to be back for the next episode. Looking at the games, it'll probably be the Wolves game, because they're right up there on our heels at the moment, so that could be a good one. Also got Blackburn in 3rd, so depending on how things pan out, we might do a double header for next episode. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode 52. If you did, smash the like button. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.